Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the University of Idaho esports scene. Thank you guys so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. It's been a hot minute since we've been on our analyst couch. We've had a little bit of some post-VGC whirlwind stuff going down, but I mean, we're finally back at this point.
Oh, absolutely. We've had it for League, but nothing else really.
Yes. So I'm really excited that we're back here yet again for Beyond the Couch. I am your host, ZG Fenrir, and I'm joined by my lovely two co-hosts for today.
Hi, I'm Emily.
I'm Serene.
Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And we're in for an exciting game for today, aren't we?
Oh yeah, well, I'm really excited to see what comes of this. This is our game to decide if we go if we qualify for the ECAC finals or not. So there's a lot of tension right now, but mental's good despite everyone kind of being a little sick.
Oh yeah.
But we are excited to play, and I think we have a good chance today.
Yeah, everything is riding on the game tonight. ECAC playoffs, we've been trying to get as many teams into the playoffs as we can, and traditionally our Overwatch team has made it every year that they have participated so far. So the fact that their game is on the line this week just goes to show that they want to win as much as they can.
We have a really good team this year. Everyone's really close. We do a lot of like team bonding, and we all kind of have a really good understanding of each other's play styles. So I think that the win could be secured tonight.
Okay, well, it sounds like we're going to have an exciting game for tonight, but to make it kind of exciting, we need an exciting opponent.
We do need an exciting opponent.
We do have an exciting opponent.
Who is that going to be for tonight?
I believe it's Michigan State Flint, and their team. They're looking pretty good. Not even gonna lie. They've got 2 Plat 5 DPSs, and then a Diamond 1 support, and a Masters 5 tank.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we are up against a little competition. They've got a big team, though. I don't think they'll sub anybody in because I believe their subs are around the gold, silver ranks. So we'll see. I know they play like Winston, Emre, Bap, and Ana, which if we dive their backline, we might be able to beat them. But I have no idea what the starters have planned.
That is fair. Yeah. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with Overwatch in terms of which roles are the most important, as well as like which characters are obviously meta and stuff right now. Can you go into it like based on what you've heard from what Michigan has, like what their comp sounds like to you?
Yeah, just based off the comp, it's definitely with an Ana on the back line.
It's very dive heavy.
It is dive heavy. That's what I was gonna say. It's definitely a dive comp. It should be really interesting to see. I personally never like a good dive comp. They're really annoying.
So when you call it a dive comp, does that mean that you are the ones diving, or are you getting dived?
We are getting dived.
Yeah, like they are going. So, they're jumping in at you
because they're playing Winston, Emre, and Bap. Like it's definitely going to be probably really in your face. Luckily, we have our players like play a lot of fast characters, so we should be able to like kind of like glitch past those dive characters. But it really just depends on if we can keep the mental up and if the comms are good.
Okay. I recall last week we had a little bit of some scheduling issues when it came to the match that we played. So I'm not sure what the results for that were. But the week before that, it was a reverse sweep game 5 from the Vandals. And so I imagine even just coming off of a game kind of like that, you kind of have to feel like, hey, even when they're down a lot, it doesn't seem like they're constantly going to be out. So.
Oh, exactly. And even though there's a ton of pressure, the Vandals do extremely well under pressure, which is never something you want. I mean, you do want it right now because there's a lot of pressure,
obviously.
But normally you don't. You want to be cool-headed, but sometimes it doesn't happen. And now we're just back over to our players.
I mean, look at them go.
Oh, and there's Sandman from last year. I believe he was one of our DPS players.
He was, in fact, one of our DPS players, and then he had to go and graduate on us.
Yes, he did.
How rude.
How rude.
Imagine getting a degree, going to college. What are we doing here? We should only be doing esports.
It's true, it's true. But we love seeing him come back. He and I we played some Tekken a little bit actually, is how I got to know Sandman over there. So it's always fun watching him play Overwatch as well. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad he came back.
Yeah, it looks like we've got everybody there except Jeremy. We're just waiting on him, but he's got classes right before this. I trust he's gonna be on time.
Yeah, and I mean, they haven't missed a week so far.
Nope.
So I mean, I'm sure he'll be here at some point.
Yeah, but we need our tank.
I think I saw him earlier.
Oh, I would hope so.
In the education building.
Yeah. I was thinking about your question earlier about like what roles are the most important, and I think that with Overwatch, every role is like equally as important.
Wow, really?
Especially I mean, you can't really do much without like without one member of your team. Oftentimes, like, a lot of your plays are kind of based off of whether or not you have every member of your team or not. So, like, if you're 4 and the other team is 5, like, you'll pull back, or like you'll wait for your other players to get back, because it really is like a all for one type of deal.
Gotcha.
I would say it could be a little bit different though, especially with supports, especially in the past. Even when of course, you know, we don't do 6v6 anymore, which is extremely disappointing, and I very much so miss it. With the supports, even when you do have that 4v5, if you have a good support that's able to keep everyone up and they don't, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
they're definitely a big component. Or if you're missing your tank and then you only have like your DPS and your supports, you're going to be a little worse off just because you won't have that big person there to be able to just take all that damage, and it can fall back on those squishies. So DPS are definitely important, but there are supports and tanks that are able to be DPSs when needed. I'm thinking about Kiriko, which of course Kiriko. I'm thinking not so much Juno.
If you can play an aggressive Juno, but
if you hit her shots,
she has a
you'll
very
be fine.
low skill floor and a very high skill ceiling.
Exactly.
So
if
you
you're a
can
good
be
Juno,
good
which
Juno.
hopefully our players are that good.
Our players are that good.
They
I
can
think
succeed.
I think our ranks are all high plat and diamond.
Okay, I was gonna ask that earlier. Be like, how do their ranks compare against our ranks?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I was actually watching Brawler, our captain in DPS for this, one of our DPSs for the season, rank up earlier. So they've got their head in the game. We've had a couple people in here for a couple hours practicing. So
what was he? He wasn't DPS last season.
He was tank.
No, he was a tank player.
That's what I thought.
Of his own volition, actually. He is a DPS player by trade, but he for the team, he's like, I want to play on the team and I want to be a part of the varsity. I'm just going to pick up tank because that's what the team needs. And he played tank for us for 3 whole semesters, honestly.
Yeah, but he's a support main.
He's a support main, not a DPS main? Jeez Louise.
A support main. He is a jack of all trades. He can play anything. It's quite impressive.
That is very impressive indeed. That's honestly a hard skill set to keep afloat as well. To be playing at this high of a rank and this caliber and being able to flex like that, I think that's a testament to their skill.
Yeah, and it's what makes him a good captain, because he really does understand not only our player dynamics, but like the character dynamics. So he understands like the different comps and like how characters work together, but also how like the players like ourselves like work together as people.
And it looks like, just going back to Overwatch, this should be a pretty fun season with all the updates coming out mid-season.
Oh my goodness.
I'm really excited.
Oh
I know
my goodness.
everyone hates me talking about skins, but the new May Mythic,
It's very
cute. It is so cute.
Very cute. I am big
exciting.
on the new Wuyong skin.
Of course you are.
I don't know what game it is, but the crossover is beautiful.
With the 2B skins?
Yes.
Do you know what game it is?
Near Automaton is what I originally pictured 2 Bs fluttering around. I'm like, okay, that's not quite the kind of thing that I was thinking about. And then I was like, oh wait, it's probably the Square Enix game.
Which one got the 2B skin?
Kiriko and Wuyong. The 2B. Wait,
the 2B specific.
Who is 2B?
She's the one with the short hair and the.
She's the black
Kiriko.
skirt.
Kiriko.
It was
okay,
Kiriko.
that was Kiriko. That's what I thought.
Vendetta got a really cool skin though.
He did. What is it like? A3 or something? I don't play the game. I only play League of Legends.
You should. It's a very fun RPG that you can go play through. But speaking of playing through, I think we're going to go ahead and throw it over to our commentators here in the next little bit. We are getting ready for our game day.
Yeah,
Everybody's
I'm really
prepped and ready.
To see how this game goes.
Best of luck to both the Vandals as well as Michigan. This is an exciting game for them. I'm not sure what their record is, but I'd imagine that it's probably similar stakes for them as well now that the ECAC regular season is coming to a close. So I believe that will be us signing out for the next little bit. We're going to throw it on over to our commentators.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Idaho esports stream. Today we're back with a little bit more Overwatch. Thank you so much to our analysts for getting that all wrapped up and nice for us and sending it right over here. I'm Sammer Spirit, joined once again today by Mega Shark. Welcome back, sir. Appreciate you being here.
I'm glad to be back, and hopefully this time no technical issues canceling our game in Game 2.
Yeah, we had a bit of a doozy last week, and it did end up going to a 0-3 victory to our opponents. The final map got rescheduled, was replayed the day after, and then ECAC ended up ruling that map 2 was just going to be a loss for Idaho regardless. It was still pretty crazy games. Everything was super back and forth and all over the place until all those crashes came. But what can we do besides roll with the punches?
Yeah, I've been talking with the team, and they are absolutely thrilled to get going and try to pull out the rest of this. It's 2 weeks of matches, and then this main season's done. So,
my goodness.
And I believe they need to win these next 2, and they qualify for playoffs, because I do not think they're qualified yet.
I don't think so either. So tensions are high. Both of these teams right now are 2-3. So it is the battle for the 500 ratio and getting the even win record today that someone's going to come on top with.
Yeah, there's so much to say about these guys, because I've been actually queuing on the side with specifically Magic Turtle, Navigator, and then Meat. They are all just so talkative about what can change for the season, and they're rearing to make the change because they've noticed in their series they'll get down, and then just something flips, and now they're going for a reverse sweep.
That's true. Like they have done a lot of communication to it, especially improve their mental in game, and then coordinate with each other, get used to being around each other, get used to becoming like friends. And that translates into gameplay, and that's a good sign for these players that they oh my goodness, they're competitive. They want to strive, they want to fight, and they want the wins.
Yeah, definitely mark of Vandal Esports as a whole is talking about it and being pretty solid, because most of our teams, even after they have a loss, they'll be in the lab for 20, 30 minutes, some even an hour and a half, either watching streams or talking about what their last game went. It's always a great sight to see.
Yeah, VODing is a huge part of anything competitive. Learning from your mistakes, learning what you did right, learning your opponents, and learning matchups can take your team to a whole nother level that's not even just mechanical skills.
Mm-hmm. And just talking about it, you can in between games, you can go, all right, what happened there? But you're not going to really know that much until you look at the replay and realize, oh, what happened there was I'm dying, but why did that happen?
Yes. Was I out of position? Did the support not heal me in time? Did they dive me and just like drop 5 ultimates on my head? Because sometimes that just loves to happen.
Yeah, sometimes it's unavoidable. One of the funniest things to do is when you look back at a replay and you go, there's nothing I can do. And then you realize that they literally just walked to you and they had like 2 minutes before you could move away, and you just didn't move.
Sometimes it happens. The nature of the game is it's like hindsight can be 20/20 no matter what.
Absolutely. And for our team, their VOD reviews have been focused on dialing in what playstyle they want. Overwatch, of course, has the main playstyles. You got dive, counter dive, brawl, and well, there's rush and poke. And our team has especially strove for trying to get that dive and the brawl. I mean, we've got brawler on our team. That's kind of how it goes.
It's in the name.
So they're trying to dial in which playstyle is their absolute best. What do they naturally click with? And I really think that it's going to be dive or brawl. I think brawl is even stronger than their dive.
I think you're right. That's kind of been the historic trend with this team. They love going for the fights. They love going for the aggression. And they also love playing it smart and safe, too.
Yeah, and you don't see too much poke in a lot of these matches. And honestly, it kind of hurts my feelings because I am a poke player through and through, and I just don't like swapping off of it because why would I want to get face-to-face with the opponent when I can poke them with an 18-foot pole?
That's true. And you're Zenyatta main, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
That's the king of poke.
Yeah, and the greatest part about that is that it basically I get to channel my inner monk and just brawl the crap out of these people when they dive me. And if it gets too bad, and that I see that nice bright blue button, I'll click Q and run.
That's true.
You can't lose a fight when you have invulnerability.
That's right. And you're just pumping heals to all your teammates, and you just got to pray that they want to fight through it.
Absolutely. I mean, just recently picking up Lucio.
Oh.
And absolutely opposite playstyles. Can you guys notice the difference in our crowd?
We have Sandman here. Welcome back to the lab. It's been a long time, and we missed having you around. Sandman competed on Overwatch rosters for 3 or 4 semesters straight, I believe, and was unable to rejoin this season. But it's still nice to see him come back in, hang out with the team, and figure out some new stuff. There's no way he's competing today.
No, he's not.
No.
He's not registered for the team. But I was just talking to him. He just recently hit Masters again on damage.
Oh, wow.
That's great to see you. And then he's been queuing support with a buddy. And he was telling me at the beginning of this season, which was a nightmare for a lot of people, he got placed bronze.
Oh, no.
And then came back up and he got placed plat. And now he's in diamond.
Wow. Congratulations. I remember Sandman used to be a support player for a long time until last semester swapped over to DPS on the varsity roster.
He is disgusting on the hit scan.
Yes, his Cassidy was always a treat.
The entry Widow shots were an absolute staple. I think we did that every single match we could.
Especially on King's Row.
Absolutely,
Woo!
King's Row. I try to mimic it in my ranked games. Doesn't quite work out.
Yeah. Same.
just on a different level. And if you guys want to take a look at Meat's screen, second from the left, he's actually rocking the new skins that came out with the collab that just released, I believe, yesterday.
Oh, the near skins?
Yep, he's got Kiriko. And I saw it, went, oh my god, I might pick that up. Yo, Blake, have you picked it up? Already got it. I think he bought it without even thinking.
You know what? That's fair. I think that was me with the My Hero Juno skin that dropped.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's like the only collab skin I had bought, and I saw it and was just like, well, Juno is so much fun, and they gave her the most perfect skin.
Dude, it is
I have to get it.
one of my favorites, especially out of that whole collab. But what do you feel about the Rhine skin, the All Might?
Okay, Reinhardt is like my main tank. If I'm playing tank, I'm playing Reinhardt, and I'm not swapping. And All Might is like one of my favorite characters in all of fiction, and they just butchered him. It looks so wrong. It's
putting a real face on him without his actual face is kind of scary.
It is, and it's like All Might's just like wearing a suit. He's not like a mechanical suit. It's just a superhero spandex.
Yeah, well, if you ever go against an All Might Rhine, you catch yourself almost like running for half the game. I don't know what it is, but it juices them up, gives them some lightning in their bones, and they will run to every single position.
They're going to hit you with a 5-man shatter and then just right after.
Dude, there's the universal emotes that came out, and I've been really digging the mic drop. All of my heroes have it equipped right in the bottom wheel.
Nice.
Pre-game, mic drop.
The best souvenir is the Winton one, of course. And I think I have that on all of my mains is just Winton.
What was the what event gave Winton into the game? Was it a battle pass?
It was a battle pass a while back.
I can't believe I missed that. I should have played.
Yeah.
That's imagine if Brawler had that when he was playing tank.
Oh, that would have been so peak. That would have been cinema.
Would have been clip farming basically.
Yeah.
Pretty perfect. So going forward into this match, of course, time's ticking, a quick time check. 2 minutes until game start, but it's Overwatch. They've got to do map picks, got to do bans, and a lot of these teams don't get in contact until 5 o'clock. I wish I could see what their bans were before the games happen.
I do too. We'll get word from production when it comes through, but I would like to see it because it's always interesting to know the thought process behind, oh, why was this character banned versus this character? And then especially if, like, let's say one gets banned and then somebody else pops off incredible, you know that character is going to be banned next map.
Yeah, and there's a lot of thinking. It's almost like a game of chess because you can have one person that's doing pretty well on the hero, but say Genji, he's doing really well, but he's only diving with the Winston. You might ban the Winston just because he's creating that space for Genji to work.
That's true. That is a good way of looking at it. And it's interesting how it's like every single game, it's one hero per team that gets banned, and then it's unbanned for the rest of the series, which is a little bit different from games like League and Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, they were actually just thinking about rocking out with the, I believe it was Vendetta or Curie ban right off rip, so that way they had him for the rest of the series.
Kind of a good call.
Looks like Magic Turtle just showed up. Glad to see. Make sure everybody's here so we can actually play this game.
We would only hope. We've got Brawler right here, our team captain, going on over to the rookie. Awesome sauce.
He's a little close to that camera. I think if we lean forward too, we can probably our energy can transfer to him.
I think so.
So, I had something. I was going to say it. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. We're in midterms week for this game.
We are.
Yeah, so next week is going to be our spring break for everybody in academics. So that does mean, I believe so, no streams?
No streams next week.
So unfortunately, your primary source of entertainment is going to be gone for next week. And it's going to be misery. You're going to be really sad and you're going to be really lonely, not being able to see wonderful faces such as Sam on your weekly basis.
But if you don't want to be sad and lonely, you can drop that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and stay tuned because we'll be back the week after that with games every single day. You can also throw a follow to Idaho Esports on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as your favorite team account all across Instagram, especially Vandal Overwatch. shout out Serene and all the incredible things she has done with that Overwatch account.
Dude, our social media is absolutely popping off.
It
We got a lot of
is.
good people working on those because I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but we only had a couple of like 1 or 2 accounts actually posting last semester. This semester, things have been put into gear, and it's on my feed.
Yeah. Even some of my friends who like don't even go to school here, they've been saying that they've been getting their posts showing up in their FYP, and I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah,
we're doing something.
I've been doing the due diligence of sending it to my group chats of whoever else I'm in, even though they're not affiliated with the school, because you get to see the faces, and especially if I get to see a good buddy of mine in his element that isn't in a call with me, it's kind of funny.
It is.
So if you guys are enjoying some of our players and you want to know the faces behind those usernames, check out the accounts for our players and you'll get to see them. Not all of them get involved with making the content, but you will see them sitting at their PCs playing.
Absolutely. It's a ton of fun to see them all, and check it out. And another thing you should check out while we're waiting, we had a lot of connection issues last week. If we want to avoid connection issues in your home and in your life, you should get Ziply Fiber Internet. Greatest, cheapest fiber optic internet in the area, and probably in your area too if you're not located here in Moscow and the Palouse like we are. Great speeds, great connections. I live in a house full of gamers, and it never drops on me once. And I don't have to I'm throwing my ranked games myself. I'm not throwing because my Wi-Fi kicked me off.
Yeah, to continue off of that, big windstorm last night knocked out the power of some people, and my internet didn't drop.
Neither did mine. Yeah, that was crazy.
Lights are still on. I'm still gaming, and it's gonna just keep rolling.
And speaking of being powered up, if you want to power your body for peak performance, drink yourself a nice Monster Energy. Best caffeinated beverage in the world. Keeps us fueled for everything we have to do, whether it's gaming, working out, going to class, or just starting your day. Start it right with a nice Monster Energy.
A morning Monster Energy. That feels like just getting struck by lightning. Right.
Oh,
in
it
the
is.
morning.
It's great.
Have you ever slammed a Monster or some kind of energy drink right before an exam?
Oh yeah,
Dude, perfect lock-in.
Yeah.
I will not drink energy drinks when I'm studying. Night before, none of that. Morning of. Usually it's at the market. I go and get myself an energy drink, and I drink it on my walk from the market to my class.
That's
which
the
is like
best time.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like 15 minutes early. So 20 minutes later, I am geeked.
Yeah. Giving your body all the time to process its new power.
I'm pretty sure the person next to me is like, what is this guy doing? He's just like, he's been bouncing his leg the entire time. I'm pretty sure he's dropped his pencil 3 times.
But is he getting a good grade?
Absolutely. I blame it to the Monster Energy.
And as Megashark was talking about earlier, it is midterm week here. I hope all of you guys are having a successful time with everything you're going for. I hope the studying's going well, the exams are going great, and you're locking in all those assignments, getting them turned in on time, and you'll keep yourself on track to fly through whatever you're going through right now.
Yeah, work hard now so you can be lazy all break.
Exactly.
That's exactly how I think about it.
And it will be so well deserved, and you enjoy that week off.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. So, as it turns out, we're getting ever closer. The clock keeps turning. Wasn't that a theme in Narratomata? Something about
It
clocks
was.
ticking. It's somewhere in between Bayonetta and a complete time skip with robots. I got through the entry sequence on the hardest difficulty. That's a lie. Didn't even get through it. I died about 3 times and then dropped the game. And
Me
never picked
too.
it up.
Me too. I played the game, got through the intro, and was like, wow, this is really cool. And just never played it again.
But God forbid, 2B gonna be in every game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
I-
only inevitable that she comes to Smash now.
Absolutely. Who do you think is gonna take the skin
For what?
for if she were to be in Smash?
Oh. What do you, like...
Oh, no, wait, they don't do skins.
yeah,
This is
like,
one of the
it
only
should be
games.
her
They'd be a
own
whole new
character.
hero.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How much I know about Smash. I'll play Jigglypuff till the day I die.
Real.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, they do get different cosmetics. I'm getting insider FBI information from one of our Smash players that also helps us behind the scenes. He's telling us that characters do get cosmetics. So, for those that didn't already know, not me, characters get customization in Smash.
What do you think of this current state of Overwatch right now? Now that we're like halfway through season 1 and this new revamp.
I think it's great for the game. Server stability is a big one. That one, of course, last week you saw it, but beginning of the season was bad. You couldn't play a game without getting booted. It's getting better, a little bit. I haven't disconnected from a match in a while, and I'm getting past the point of all the OG really good players being in my lobbies, and I'm getting back to like the normal plat diamond range. So, have you been queuing games?
A little bit here and there. I've been trying to jump on and just test what it's like. I was having the same server issues where every time I'd boot up, Blizzard would just be like, "Nope, get off. You don't get to play today." But from what I have been playing, it's been a ton of fun. The new characters have been such a fresh addition. The new map changes, the new like even the little bit of lore tidbits coming out.
Mhm.
It's pretty crazy.
There was a long time where they didn't focus lore at all. And I actually grew up watching the animated shorts. You know how they had the cinematic scenes and people would make compilations of them? They're like 2 hours long.
Those were so good.
Ate it up. Every single one of those, I swear I like knew the characters personally at that time.
Yeah.
Then they stopped doing that. I stopped playing, came back, and I don't think I've watched a single cinematic movie that they've put out.
Well, there was that one with the Spotlight announcement where they had Vendetta coming in and taking over Talon. Justice for Doomfist.
Dude,
that was just not okay.
I thought the cinematics were separate from the game, but Doomfist got his arm cut off, and then he just got butchered in game.
Literally.
I see a Doom in my game, and I don't care if they've got 2,000 hours on Doom. That's a throw.
Yeah, no, literally. If I'm playing like Ryan and I see a Doomfist against, I'm like, all right, free win. Yeah. Unfortunately, because I love Doomfist. He was so fun and he still is a lot of fun. He just needs to find a better role. I feel like he'd be good in 6v6 with 2 tanks.
Yeah, he would be a great off tank. And I think D.Va's already an off tank in 6v6. So I'd probably say Horse. A Doom Horse in the back line.
It's quite ironic, given their lore.
Yeah, unfortunately. Dude, I miss having the Doomfist and the Nimbani payload.
Me too.
It was so cool to look at. And then if you're on defender's side, the second spawn had the fist there, or it was Arissa's drum when she got dropped. Just the small things.
It is. All the little attention to detail makes this game so great.
Attention. Speaking of that, Valve is notorious for just little minor changes everywhere in all of their maps. I think, what is Inferno? Most of its changes are like they moved a lamp. They added plant pots. I think if you go back in time and looked at the map before, it's like missing all the extra ads, and there's like barrels instead.
Yeah. Why they're doing so much.
CS just recently got an update, and there's a huge stir in the trading market right now.
Oh, really? Another one?
A new drop in the rewards pool for just leveling up, so getting your weekly drops. There's I don't know what it's called, but it's a terminal. And it's worth like $20 right now. So you can go in, get this terminal, crack it open, and it gives you options for like what you can buy. You can buy these weapons that are I believe they're either market priced and it just makes another one of that item, or it's slightly below market price and it still makes another item. And people are getting, just earlier today, one of my buddies online got like $25 of profit off of it.
Wow.
It's crazy. And think about doing that for like 2-3 weeks. You're up $60 at least.
That's a nice little side hustle, I guess. And the Steam market is always so crazy to see. Especially, I remember when there was that huge Counter-Strike market drop a few months back. And
talking to the Counter-Strike captain, our Counter-Strike guys, although they're not like juicers, like they don't just rip cases and have 70 knives, they still have quite the inventories, and a lot of them were stockpiling some reds, and either their knives went down or their reds went up. So I think I knew of one person that actually profited, and so many people lost like $200-$300 off of their knives. And imagine some of those people that were like 20 knives, 30 knives, how much money they lost.
Yeah.
Absolutely tragic.
I'm very interested to see if Overwatch is going to start getting its own skin market and market with stuff like that because of like all the limited time stuff that came in the past that has never come back, and
Well,
if accounts will be worth more because of it.
you can open them up in boxes. Because I just
yeah.
recently got the Rhine floating along emote where he just floats on the floaty. I opened that up in a case as well as the some other summer skin. And those ones, they're like 20, 30 bucks a
Wow.
piece.
I have the Lego Bastion skin.
Oh, I love the sounds for that one.
It's so cool.
Top 3. Bastion always gets treated well.
He does.
Okay. I love being the bird in the sky, being big brother watching our players figure out, because we can almost figure out everything they're doing on their screens right next to reading the usernames. Looks like everybody's in the lobby. They have the map picked, and they're just, ironing out some of the wrinkles before the match starts.
Make sure it's a friendly, fun, and fair competition because that's what esports is all about in the end.
Wrong. I want hate. I want anger. I want to see these players jump out of their seats, forget their headphones are on. PC does a backflip. It somehow lands back on its stands, and person to their right just gets a smooth haymaker.
Does trash talk have a good place in esports?
Ooh, I think it does. It makes a lot of good content. However, I think it's gotta only the words, and it's like gotta be kind of surface level.
Yeah.
Like really lame. Because if I'm going for your deepest insecurity while talking trash to you, that kind of just hurts.
That's true. Well, like, banter has always been a part of
I only
competitive
ever hear
gaming for
horror
as
stories
long
about
as we can
siblings.
remember.
Ever wish you were
But
an
we're
only
here
child?
now. We're ready. Idaho
I
versus
would give
Flint,
my brother free
Michigan.
will.
Map 1 here on Busan. Idaho in the red corner, Flint in the blue.
So looking at the team comps starting out, Idaho is running JQ. Is this the first time we've seen Magic Turtle JQ? Oh, over to Czar.
But it would have been, yes.
So it's looking like Brawl for Idaho, as we were talking about. It's going to be one of their strong points. And Flint is looking like pretty strong dive with a Kiri Lucio backline. Most likely going to be stuck to that hazard.
The most meta support comp that Overwatch 2 has ever seen. You can never break that dynamic duo of the two. Okay, that is already taken off the map as Brawler gets the deflect. Awesome Sauce making it one more off the Juno Rockets. Navigator for the third, and that is an early advantage for Idaho as they look to go ahead and start securing this first point.
Ooh, there's UI differences with the Neratomata skins. That's a good look. I can't believe I was not told about this. I feel so betrayed.
Wow, Magic Turtle has the rarest skin in the game. We were just talking about it. Oh wow, there is.
So that first team fight went really smoothly. I believe Awesome Sauce playing Juno, being able to hold back pretty far. Huge sword dash from Brawler, gets Suzu'd out. Navigator is having a tough time on the aim.
Left alone to go ahead and poke out damage. But
Emery
what an
down,
engage for
5 to
Magic
4.
Turtle.
Akiri 1v1 happening in the corner. Awesome Sauce with some more homing rockets. Hyper ring to let the tank get out, and now Onraz is going to get forced out. Lucio, one health. Can he get out?
Going behind the
An
lines.
ult already from Navigator, which he is actually showing up as Tolkien Black. It's back to Navigator. That is a magic trick.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The ult goes down, and even if it doesn't get anybody, and if it keeps them off the point, that's equivalent to a 5K. So I'm counting that in my book. It's been one of my mottos in my ranked matches.
Fair enough. Idaho's kind of been dominating the pace so far. Great positioning from all these team players, knowing where they need to go to get the flicks and the clicks that they want. As Flint is looking to re-engage, they did swap the hazard off that first engage there. And on to the Magic Zarya, but Magic Turtle's going to go ahead and melt down Jiaogi. And Bambi's going to go ahead and find one more on a Navigator. Trades back
Still
and forth.
even. Kitsune goes down, helping Flint push in.
Oh, what a 2K from Brawler!
I think that rounds off the fight. It's going to allow Idaho to come back to the objective.
They did drop it a little bit, and Flint is able to rack up about 10% so far, but Idaho's looking right for the recap, reclaiming their spot at 82%.
So while we're live on air, can I say Clanker? So we've got a robotic Genji skin. You know, he's already half cyborg, but he's literally got a TV for a face. I've been told I cannot say that. But Kiri is also a robot. There's a lot of robots out in the field here. Magic Turtle drops the Graviton Flux, catching 2 in the area, leaving the tank alone there.
Rotates back to point to meet up with everybody else, but Flint's got the numbers in their favor. Idaho at 99% as Meat looks to brawl this out alone to keep the point alive, and Flint's going to overtake it into OT. A second boop for Zemos.
Wow. What an enchanting Lucio to watch play. He is very smooth, and I think he might have drank a Monster Energy. He's making decisions so fast and so perfectly.
He must have. As long as Lucio's grooving, the payload's going to stay moving.
Unfortunately, there's no payload on this map.
Dang it!
Hopefully, the control point works. So, Rush goes down.
Another Graviton!
Our Zara gets through. High Noon takes out 2. It is now 5-2 to Idaho favor.
Idaho has the point almost locked down. 1 looking to contest, but Idaho is able to go it and
there we
get
go.
it.
Awesome Sauce getting aggressive to secure the kill on Onron. And the objective is sealed. Coming out with a 0-1 on match 1. We're not even done with the match. Staying on the red corner, Idaho is going to be going into the second half ahead.
Yeah, pretty explosive start for Idaho there. They did drop the point a handful of times, and Flint is still putting up a fight every single contestant. They're not going down without taking numbers, and they're ready to keep this series alive.
This is a higher average ranked team than what we saw last week. Hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling. You see a lot of these teams, they come out strong in game 1 or first couple of rounds, and then they get a little lax and they let the opponents take over. Let's hope we don't see that and we stay buckled into our seats.
Navigator swapping over to the Emray this round, and Serotonin's going to swap on over to Ash. And we're also going to run the horse instead of Zarya for Flint too.
Wow. I think that they're almost like mirrored to us. They're playing a lot of the same heroes that we have in our pool.
Yeah, that's true.
Meat holding the high ground, poking out, looking for some early damage. Magic Turtle gets a kill on Onron early in the fight, which will allow them to push in. Less fear from backline. Horse goes down. Idaho is up 2 in this fight so far.
Brawler wants to keep the aggression going, diving into the backlines off the high ground. Navigator chasing them all the way back to spawn and allowing Idaho to get an uncontested first capture on round 2 of map 1.
Looks like the horse is not landing any shots with her aim. I wonder if that'll change in the game, giving them a little bit more pressure. Magic Turtle holding 0 power right now. He's going to have to get a little aggressive early in this fight to get some charge.
Idaho looking to punish Bambi, who's going in a little deep with Onron, but able to come back to the rest of the team.
Lucio comes back to try to save the Orisa. Orisa's still low, goes down. That's now 2-1 trade for Idaho. Onron gets scared away. They know there's a Kiri in that room still. Lucio goes down.
Trying to harass the team, but Magic Turtle had the charge and the energy to shut it down.
Kiri and Onron are forced to go back to spawn. A failed nade or nade bounce, not sure what that was. But
it looked like a bounce.
It was after the fight, it doesn't matter. Flint will regroup. Tank's looking back at the team, make sure everybody's alright.
I like this back kappa tent coming in from Flint, forcing Idaho to disengage from their position.
For an interesting look, this Lucio is working really hard to try to support Tank as well as everybody else, but he's getting caught out on the positioning.
Oh, Magic Turtle for 2, getting the support and following it up to Tank right after.
Holy.
Awesome Sauce not looking to stop the aggression. It's down to these last 2 players here as Magic Turtle finds a 3rd in that fight.
Heavy is the finger that clicks the clip button. We are doing well in this match. So Flint is having to fight back at their spawn again. They have not kept the point. It is 80% for Idaho. And it looks like they're going to try to sneak around the back to get a touch.
Yeah, the swap on over to Sombra was a good call for them to try to make a little bit more of an assassin presence known in the back line.
A very sneaky team comp we got from Onron. Emray ult going down. Everybody disappeared.
Juno and Kiri dropping their ult too. Oh! Outside of the ultimate, Navigator lands the shot.
Makes him Ajax to secure the objective. As I was saying, if the ult doesn't get anybody and nobody contests, that's equivalent to a 5K.
That's true. Idaho picking up map 1, 2-0. Very dominant second round, very back and forth first one. I think we're in for a treat in this set today.
I believe this is our first game where Lijiang Tower is not the first map played, maybe second. Lijiang Tower has been a tough spot for them in the last couple of games, and starting out with Busan has been a great choice.
Yeah, last season it was Samoa that we got to constantly see map 1. So nice change of pace, getting different control point maps. And I'd seen that one seemed to have worked out for Idaho because they dropped Lijiang last week, and swapping it over to Busan gave them the momentum and the boost they needed.
Yeah, to make sure anybody watching, don't blink or you're going to miss it. That was a fast game, and with Idaho being able to secure the point for so long, hopefully we'll see a little bit more back and forth to get things to last a little bit longer, but we always love to see a team doing well.
That play was just incredible. And then smiting, the on-run goes to ult. Navigator has his charged up and ready, and perfect precision, knocks it away and denies the dive.
That heavy shot is just so powerful. It's almost, you almost can forget about the light rounds if you didn't pick up his perk that slows him down if you hit that light round.
Oh, true.
So heading into the next map, they're going to have the choice between, I believe it's Escort, Hybrid. Now, no more Control Point. They have 4 other game modes. Hybrid, Control Point. Flashpoint. Oh, if they play Push, yes. If they play Flashpoint, something's going wrong. They must have not slept right the night before.
Pretty sure it's typically Hybrid for map number 2. So that's most likely we'll see. We could see an Eichenwald, most likely a King's Row. That's kind of the most popular map in the entire division. Everyone loves playing King's Row.
Just a lot of Eichenwald, a lot of King's Row. And I believe we see Controlled and Hybrid because they're the most popular. But I spy with my little eye. What is that? Cervasa?
That might actually be Cervasa, yeah.
Is that a Flashpoint?
That is Flashpoint.
Oh, my. So apparently they didn't sleep right the night before. Or if it's the enemy team that picked, they didn't sleep right the night before.
I believe it is loser picks next map.
Yeah, so Flint goes into Cervasa, and this is not a frequent map for us. However, of all the Flashpoint maps, this is our best practiced Flashpoint map.
Oh, for sure. Every single time it went to a Flashpoint game last season, it was always on Cervasa, so Idaho knows this map pretty well.
And I know Meat really likes this map. He's playing ranked. It's always he's the guy who puts that one vote on a map that nobody else wants to play, just because he knows he can play good on it.
You know, I respect that. If I see any map with a payload, especially like Hybrid is the one I'm voting for 10 out of 10 times. I don't care what other game modes are there. If I see Hybrid,
so good.
That's my vote. And then Escort, and then Control Point, and then any of the new, because like I'm an unk when it comes to Overwatch. I like my Overwatch 1 game modes. And when I see the new ones, I'm like, they're okay, but like, let's just bring it back to basics.
I like my objective stationary.
Yeah. No more moving across this map.
So Cervasa, to me, is a Lucio map. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a lot of hazards and spots for him to bounce off of. So with the Lucio Kiri backline, I believe a Brawl is going to work out really well, or a really fast-paced dive.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. Lucio's movement on Cervasa is incredible. The rollouts you can pull are insane. And like you said, there's also a lot of areas for open hazards to get those sneaky boop kills. And then when you're fighting on the point, every single point is super closed in, and you're going to want a Brawl comp for that. You
often see a lot of hamsters in this map, but I'm expecting Magic Turtle to pull out a diva. I say it. This is
all right. So Zarya and Ramatra are our bans for this next map coming up.
Double tank ban? That doesn't seem right. So they banned Zarya because Magic Turtle whooped, frankly, and that makes sense. And I believe our ban is Ram, which that's got to be a diva for our team, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
If I was spinning a wheel, it got to be a diva. So stopping their Brawl looks like we're going to keep playing dive. They're going to keep predictions. Idaho, of course, is going to win this. Duh. Diva as the tank, Genji as the dive attack, DPS, that's the name of it. I believe Navigator is going to play Cass, you think?
Cass would be a good one for that.
I think he might go to his comfort at Ashe.
Or some Sojourn.
Sojourn would be a great one to play. Of course, meet on Kiri.
What else would we expect?
And I believe with the dive, we're either going to see a Wu Yang or an Ana for the antes.
I think so. I think it's a pretty solid prediction going into it.
Somebody mark me down, mark my words. If this goes right, I'm gonna need everybody to subscribe.
That's true.
Don't make the rules. I just follow them.
It's just the way life goes. It's the natural order of these things.
So that's why I've already looked ahead in the match. I feel like I'm just like itching to see what the result's gonna be.
Mega Shark has awoken his third eye. He's calling it here and he's calling it now. We just got to see if his third eye can see clearly.
Oh, fuck! I was trying to remember a quote from Zenyatta, because he has some about there. Something about opening third eye, experience tranquility. I can't remember quotes.
Oh,
That's
peace be upon you.
That's a good one. I've got the voice line equals 3 or less than 3. And that, if you type it out, it's a heart. And I don't think a lot of people realize that when I sit there spamming it in spawn while staring right at them. Hopefully they do.
That is pretty cool. I didn't know that was a Zenyatta voice line.
I was really happy when I found it, and it's been a staple onto my wheel since.
Fun. What do you think is the best Zenyatta skin?
So a lot of people say Nutcracker. I believe that is just like the crowd favorite. But I use the, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this because I can't speak Mandarin. The Sanzang skin.
Oh, okay.
The Chinese New Year one.
Yeah.
That one, I got it while I was playing on PlayStation, and I've been running it ever since. It's like, it just gives me superpowers when I play it. All my good games happen when I'm on that hero, and when I started playing the Nutcracker, I started losing. Went back to that one, I start winning.
You know, lucky skins do exist for a reason. I love that.
I usually change my skin or my banner and profile swap all the time. I don't know about you.
Yeah, a bit.
Because our Overwatch team, they have matching banners. So everybody's all matching, all holding hands by the campfire and singing the same song. But I can't do that. I gotta swap my banner to whatever emotion I'm feeling for the day.
Yeah, that's fair. We're back. We're here. We are indeed on Servasa. Flashpoint action coming up shortly. High-paced gameplay, crazy fights, and looks like you did call the Diva. Oh no,
it's going over to Horse.
But Brawler on the Tracer. That is a good call for this map. Navigator on Cast. We did expect that. And then Ana Lucio for Idaho.
Wow.
And then Flint's going to go ahead and run the Kiri Lucio. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is just a goated lineup in your back line. Might as well keep running it.
And their DPS have changed. Instead of having Ashe Onron, they've got Sim and Sojourn.
That could just be for the TP, though. We will see.
That could be. But I believe it's going to lead us straight into the point. They're going to move really fast out of spawn.
Tracer 1v1s back to the golden days of Overwatch.
Cool. Better make sure everybody's buckled in and keep all hands inside the ride when it is moving, because watching this Tracer gameplay is probably going to give some people a headache.
That's true. I like the Junker Queen pick from Flint here too.
How did he get away from that? So Junker Queen, from what I understand, is a hard matchup for D.Va. Even though Junker Queen has less of a health pool, Junker Queen's movement allows her to feel for that guy pretty easily. You see Brawler going deep into that back line to try to help out that little push. Tracer goes down. We've traded out the tank. That is a good trade. It is now 4-4.
Yeah, it took a minute for some bodies to start dropping in this team fight.
Magic Turtle gets another one, gets 2. Both supports are gone, and we've now got a DPS. Both DPS left on the field.
Looking to fall back and not feed or stagger. Get to the team as Flint looks to regroup and repush. Good progress here on this first objective, though. They did a good job at bullying Idaho, keeping them away and just trying to rack up as much percentage as they can.
That was a wicked fast cap on that point. We're looking at the percentages. 42. Idaho has held it for about 30-ish seconds, maybe coming up to a minute, and they're just now approaching that time.
Flint all grouped up, looking to take the right side flank and kick through the stairs. The commanding shout is out from the JQ as the fight looks to go ahead and start.
Magic Turtle gets demeched in the low ground, getting picked. Idaho is now down 2, down 3 with Navigator going down. Seeing Lucio escort Ana out of the objective. Lucio might go down here.
looking to keep the aggression up onto the Idaho supports and following them back to spawn, but the rest of the team is there to regroup. Idaho looks to make another push. Back and forth trades on flashpoint maps are not something you see very often. Usually once someone is able to capture a point, they're able to hold it down pretty defensively. And because of how fast it racks up, it's kind of hard to get these pushes in. Navigator with
rush
the
goes
quick
down.
dead eye. Oh, and the
Pulse
2K bomb
bomb.
from Bambi.
But as that rush is down, it's going to make it pretty hard. A Diva Bomb, it pops. Sound Wave, oh, it's not called that. Another Pulse Bomb goes down, it's going to land on the tank.
Serotonin finding one more. Gialdi following it up for the fourth. One Vandal left on point, and they're going to go ahead and fall to the field from Sojourn. Flint takes the first point here on map 2.
Checking out the ults, JQ has not got her ult yet. Her ult does take a while to charge up, but after the first fight, Tracer had her ult, and we had Diva Bomb, or we had Nano and Diva Bomb, and JQ was at 60%, so I don't think that JQ is going to be our trouble here. Looks like the Tracer's drawing a lot of attention, and with Lucio supporting that speed boost on Commanding Shout, poking it out. Seeing Magic Turtle swapping to Monkey.
Oh, no! You know what happens to the best of us. Oh, and the boop to follow it up! Boop to boop to boop. So many environment, like, that was the first non-environmental kill of this team fight. That was insane.
Somebody put some guardrails down.
Idaho able to capture the point off of that engage. It was a great fought effort from Serotonin to dive in and get the ante, and the bleed starting to stack up, but unfortunately sometimes you just overshoot your shots and fall off the map.
You can probably imagine he just put his hands behind his head and just, oh no. Not much you can do to stop that. So that allows you Idaho to capture the point first, and after 30 seconds having held the point, Brawler and Navigator able to get the tank and another DPS. Magic Turtle is deep in the backline with Monkey.
I like these swaps from Idaho into this fight, moving over to the Winston instead of the Diva, and also Navigator matching the Sojourn mirror.
Yeah, as we were talking about before, Idaho's been working really hard to work on their ability to recognize what's not working in their matches, and we're seeing that firsthand. First couple of fights, first point, Diva wasn't working, Monkey swap. So this next fight, we've got no ults from Idaho, but it's going to be a mid-fight, the ult's going to be there. Sojourn has OC. With Kiri going down, that OC is popped. I was going to say that's not going to be popped. Tank goes down. Lucio getting chased out by Magic Turtle.
But still on the point, not ready to drop it just yet, but all the bodies have been stacked up as Idaho gets their first point on this map, tied 1 apiece in this back-and-forth Servasa game.
Awesome Sauce's positioning has been perfect to play around the Lucio, and his DPS line is just making sure he's not getting touched. I don't think we've seen too many deaths outside of the whole team going down, and with meat on Lucio, it is working out so well to help that Monkey move around and secure more kills.
Idaho found their positioning on the point. Brawler trying to harass the backline, but he's real low. Oh, the Pulse Bomb almost finds one, but Brawler's got the quick jab to finish off the Tracer mirror.
What a perfect boop to mess up the Pulse Bomb. Looks like we also have a Pulse Bomb. That goes down. Doesn't secure anybody. Idaho's down 2.
What a flick from Jowdy to find the head of Brawler.
Awesome Sauce misses the sleep dart on the tank, hits an ante. JQ is 1 health.
Navigator's not
gets
ready
2,
to go.
Meat gets 1 more. This is so close. The point hasn't even been captured yet.
Oh, Meat overextending and pays for it.
It's like a Lucio railgun. He bounced off a couple of walls and flew straight up.
Idaho already looking to try to take the point. No one's captured this yet. We've already gone through like 2 team fights. Idaho secures it first and is starting to get some points on the board.
So we're going back to a neutral point. Flint is going to have to push back with only Lucio ult to go into this fight. We have Monkey ult, which I believe is going to work better on this point. So use it or lose it. I believe once they get on here, Monkey ult might make or break this fight.
I think so. Idaho is real smart apart and trying their best to get back together. Forced to go
Monkey
ahead
ult
and
is
pop the
popped.
Primal.
I don't see anything wrong with that because you want to use it to get out, stay alive, stall for time. Run the back. Flint's taking the high ground to get onto objective.
Oh, and the beat
Good
counter.
JQ just gets bullied deep in her backline. That sound wave completely nullifies the effect of her ult.
Well timing as Navigator and Magic Turtle find 3 more. Magic Turtle with the 4th. Looking to track down to Lucio to secure the team kill, and it's done.
80% on the point now. I believe that does wrap it up unless their Tracer comes in and gets just the quickest little touch.
Yeah, they got D.Va too for the insanely high mobility with the Lucio speed boost. A touch is possible, and it was denied. Idaho is now 2-1 on the board.
What amazing gameplay we're seeing. D.Va into Monkey is going to be a little difficult, not being able to stop the damage from the Monkey, but Monkey doesn't focus on the tank. So I don't think that it's a valuable pick to make that swap.
Magic Turtle just bullying the entire Flint roster, jumping up to take advantage of that new passive, heals himself, and has the supports to keep him alive, while the rest of the team cleans up the mess.
There's some debate about which Monkey perk is more effective, that Chain Lightning or Healing area inside of his bubble. As we saw, the Healing Bubble is very effective in a 1v1.
Yeah, it played perfectly off the new passive.
That jumping up in the air to prevent Kiri from getting those little chip shots was absolutely the greatest play you could have made there. Awesome Sauce misses the sleep. The anti-nade hits a teammate instead of the opponents. They're able to secure a kill on Sojourn. And the Tracer.
Meet with 2, and he's not looking
Brawler
to stop
takes it
yet.
down. They ping the health pack.
He got the boop! Magic Turtle finds the job, and that's another team kill for Idaho. 30% on the board. This is match point for game 2.
I almost missed it there, but I believe Magic Turtle stole the health pack from the Kiri in the middle of that fight.
Sometimes you got to be greedy to not let your enemies get the resources they need.
It was very mean because right after that she got booped off the map by Meat. Looks like Meat's going to get pushed into a little room. He's got a Tracer and a Monkey on him, bumping the Monkey into the air. That is a very interesting play. And I had the role swap. That was UM Flint's Lucio. Our Lucio is playing out in the open.
That crazy Lucio movement cannot save you from a Winston who does
Look
not
at him
need
taking the
aim.
1v1.
With the tank, he's got it. Forced him,
Bates on
ducks
the
up the
bomb.
stroke and finishes the job on the baby D.Va. Meat, what are you doing today? And Idaho secures map number 2, 3-1 in a crazy fast Servasa matchup.
You gotta love it. The confidence from Meat. I don't know what his coaches are teaching him, but he's been told to do great things, and he's doing exactly that.
He really is. His Lucio has impressed me so much. He's not the Kiri one-trick. He's learning what he needs to adjust for the team.
He is the Kiri Lucio backline.
He is.
Just can't have both at the same time.
No.
I would love to see the scoreboard for that because Meat was with the team most of the time, had the speed boost. I believe he would have more assists than Awesome Sauce, but Awesome Sauce played so well in the back and was not getting pushed. Flint wasn't looking his way for most of those fights, so distracted by the dives. I believe his heal stats would be pretty good.
I think so. That Ana impressed me a lot too. Normally we just see Awesome Sauce run like the Wu Gang and the Baptiste, but he's been picking up to learn the new characters to match a new team comp, and it worked really well for that matchup.
These heroes that they're picking up have such a high skill ceiling. I believe Kiri, there's a huge amount of knowledge you need to know with her, but I believe there's a cap about how strong she can be. Lucio, I don't think there is. He can move, I believe, up to 15 meters per second, which is like 5 times faster than the standard hero. Don't quote me on that. It's probably like 3. But it is so amazing to see such fast-paced gameplay.
That 2K bomb was a thing of beauty from Flint.
And right on the contrary, something so tragic on the second point.
And the boop though, oh I love me a good boop elimination, and Meat kept them rolling that whole game.
Yeah, that Kiri got booped twice that game. That second one next to the health pack, I can't remember if it actually came off the map, but she did get hit with the boop. And then Awesome Sauce, I didn't see how that Tracer died. I saw the blink go behind the team. Oh,
here it is. Boop.
Oh.
What a match. What a match so far.
Gotta make sure you pay attention. Following Overwatch is not easy to do if you're not the one on the field playing. That's why we're here. We try to make it easy. Extra set of eyes past you. A little bit more definitions. We're going to map 3 already.
Yeah, those were some 2 pretty quick first games.
So we're just about at 40 minutes of actual gameplay, and already at map 2, that is impressive because last week I believe we had the tech issue at 40 minutes, but that was halfway through game 2.
Yeah, game 2 last week was so insane.
I would have loved to see that one play out. Looking at our team, it looks like midterms is hitting them a little bit, but they don't look to be dejected. They look pretty motivated to keep going. Definitely not sad. They're 2 games up. They've got the momentum. Flint's going to have to make some big changes into their team comp and their play style to help counter a absolutely aggressive tank and bulletproof backline.
That's true. They've been working together like a well-oiled machine today. And we also saw Magic Turtle get play of the game back to back.
Amazing. You don't see that too often.
Him on tank has been really impressive this season. He was the core Lucio last season, swapping up roles all over the place, and he's adjusted really well to figuring out what he's got to do in order to protect the team and initiate all those crazy fights.
Yeah, with him swapping over to tank and Brawler taking the step over to DPS, that is 2 off-rollers on the team. And there was... So, as I was just letting know, Soldier and Domina for this next map.
I think it was Sojourn.
Sojourn? That would make more sense. I was about to say Soldier. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. We saw Navigator, who's like coming back after a year off of being the roster and has just done some really crazy things in this damage role. And his Sojourn is a thing of beauty to witness, and makes sense for Flint to try to snuff that out because those eliminations just kept stacking and stacking this whole set and this whole season so far.
Navigator is just such a nefarious critter on that DPS role. It is his main role, and he just plays it very well. I don't know if I saw that right, but I think I saw Brawler pulling up our stream. For everybody that has somebody that's sitting next to them watching with it, open it up on your phones. We love to see numbers go up, and it helps to get it to more people. So if you want to let people know about Idaho Esports, I don't know, shameless plug, drop, Idaho Esports is happening. Another thing that's happening with Idaho Esports, I don't think it's this week, I believe it's a week after break, is going to be a blood drive with Vitalant.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So that blood drive is going to happen for one day. Appointments open from like 3 to 8, probably not as late as 8. But if you donate during that time, you do get entered for the possibility of a $10,000 scholarship.
Wow.
I'm only plugging this because I myself cannot donate because I've already donated and I have to wait 8 weeks. That is putting me at the end of April. I was so heartbroken when I found out I couldn't donate. So make sure you guys donate.
No, definitely, dude. Donating blood is such a good feeling, and it goes out and saves lives more than you can expect. It's the smallest commitment of your time, and it goes such a long way.
And another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that you might have a blood type that people want. And for the people that go to the gym and are on a cut, 400 calories gone when you donate red.
I know the feeling.
So 1 unit of red blood is 400 calories out of your day, which is not insignificant. That is, I'm trying to think of a meal that's equivalent. Like
A couple pieces of chicken.
That'd be a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
You can get yourself a Chick-fil-A sandwich for free, or any other unnamed brands of chicken sandwich. There's a variety of options on campus and around your town, most likely. But you can do it without the guilt.
We're here. We're ready to stop map 3 here on Circuit Royale. Idaho in the blue this time, Flint in the red. And that's already 2 quick picks from Idaho. The support's doing the damage for them, and they're ready to get the ball rolling on the offense for Flint.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of, this is a different comp, so Circuit Royale is a very good poke map, so we're going to see Sig. He is the meta on this map. You'll see him every single game you play. Brawler's going back to enemy for this game, and it's great to see because that range he has with that sword dash is so much help with Sig.
Magic Turtle got real aggressive there, looking to take the 5v1, and the team was able to rotate and keep him up and alive, not let the Titans fall just yet.
Flint has already swapped their DPS once onto playing Afara and looking to try to draw attention off to the side. Tank is going to go down from Brawler.
The wombo combo was on point.
Magic Turtle's got a 1v1 against Akiri. Somehow doesn't secure it.
Oh shoot, the flying Bastion.
Oh no!
Able to get taken out. Jetpack Cat looking to fly away, but Brawler's got him in his sights.
Oh!
Awesome Sauce is going to finish the job.
The Wu Yang orb, just disgusting. I just express delivery onto that kill for the Bastion. Dropped straight to our back line. It's pretty easy to get that kill. Yoon Flint this game swapped over to Sig from Zarya, who is a direct counter from Sig. It's interesting that they didn't stick with it.
Sticking with the flying Bastion again, looking to harass Idaho's backline even more. Need forced to fall back and out of position.
Huge brawl happening right on the point. Brawler gets in the backline, unable to secure kills, dying to a grenade. Navigator gets a kill on the Pharah. They no longer have to split attention in the air. Idaho is down 2 though.
Yeah, that burst and push in this little swamp in the comp gave Flint the momentum they needed to get the payload moving a little bit more. Idaho has 3 ultimates, almost 5, and Flint's already charged up to 2, and almost even third. Sune Rush is out for Flint. Gonna counter with the grab.
1 kill from the Graviton Flux, which, what is the name, the difference in the names between Zars and Sigma's ult? They're both Graphitic Flux.
Graphitic Flux, yes.
Versus Graviton Surge.
But what a team wipe from Idaho there.
So using only 2 ults that fight. No, I believe 3 because we did have a Curie Rush go down. We were able to secure the team fight right before the objective. It is now receding back, and Idaho's going to play up to make sure it keeps falling back.
Flint's only committed their Kitsune Rush. They still have the Bastion ult and the Jetpack Cat ult, which can get a little bit of disengagement and swapping out the positions for Idaho if they choose to engage off of it.
Such a confusing thing to watch happen. Because JPC does feel... Whoa!
Oh, he got him! In the sky, forcing him to drop his teammate too!
Navigator pops the ults. He's all over the backline on the Emray.
Oh.
Gets the melee kill off the push. Idaho does walk out with a win on that, even though GPC took Magic Turtle off the map.
That was well played, well fought, very back and forth, but Idaho still did not let Flint get the first point. 20 seconds remain. This could be one of Flint's final pushes if they want to keep this first round alive.
Our hit scan are absolutely dialed. As in R, we've got Navigator. JPC is going to pick up Sig. Sig most likely has his ult. He's going to pop. There it is. You can see it on the back line. Only Wu Yang gets brought up. He's going to be pocketed back up to full.
Brawler fell first, putting the numbers in Flint's favor.
Wu Yang ult secures the kill on Curie. Love to see it.
Awesome Sauce finding one more of his own. We're in overtime now, and we're duking it out to see if the winners will keep marching on. Oh, Thed with 2. Navigator not ready to fall just yet.
Wow, what a hold. Isaac and Navigator are the ones holding him. Brawler goes down. Navigator gets the touch.
Contest.
Yes.
Point has not been taken yet, but now they're just staggering Idaho back and forth.
All right.
Kind of a sloppy push onto this defensive push for Idaho, and Flint's going to go ahead and keep round 1 roll in.
So we're going to have to reset for Idaho coming out for this second objective point. This point is very hard on defense after this first section. If
Yes.
Flint takes the high ground early, the fight is basically sealed for this entire next, I don't know, 30 meters. But looks like Idaho is going to have a disadvantage with this fight. Onron is basically at their ult. They've got Curie Rush and JPC ults coming up here.
Magic Turtle tried to dive into the backline to get some supports off and was punished for it. The entire team was able to collapse onto him and secure that tank elimination. Payroll is still grooving for Flint right now. Idaho forced to keep falling back as Magic Turtle's been swapped over to Winston to rejoin the team.
Yeah, there's not been much contest in the second half, and as I was saying, once they get the high ground, it's pretty much a wrap for it. Curie Rush goes down from Yoon Flint.
Looking for the on-run ult into the backline, dives down and finds Brawler with it.
Here's that fight. We're now on to the second checkpoint and the last push. This one is defender-sided, so I believe that we can get the stop here.
That was a really dominant second point right there in favor of Flint. Idaho held them down pretty solidly on defense there, but Flint is not ready to go down without a fight here in map number 3.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, Idaho is going to have to use their ults away from each other to drag as much time out of the fight as possible, then secure one more set of fights to let the time run out. We're just in the poking, and they're escorting it. There's nobody contesting it. Magic Turtle's taking a fight against the team in the side room. Somebody's got to get down on this low ground and keep them going.
Oh, Navigator was able to find Serotonin and knock Jetpack Cat out of the fight, while the team looks to regroup and start contesting the point once again.
Freya ults, a mistimed Kirisuzu allows that ult to land cleanly, securing one straight kill. Magic Turtle goes down, unfortunately, just getting bursted down right behind the barrier.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive without any supports to keep you up on that fight there. Both of the Idaho supports rocking the new Automata skins.
I wish I knew some quotes from their Automata. A little bit of ball knowledge in there.
Jetpack Cat finds two, though.
That Wu Yang ult definitely mixed them up a little bit. There was no team support for it. Idaho drops the Kitsune Rush and is able to walk forward on that. Young Flint using the counter rush. Emre ult is also going up there. JPC is going to face Emre. Scary to see as an Emre player.
Yeah, you're not alone in the skies right there. Brawler going to finish the job. We did see the Jetpack Cat ult come out, and nobody got picked up and yoinked away with it.
Monkey ult is popped. Sig goes down. That's putting Idaho up. Good patience on that dart, forcing their Emre to play off to the side a little bit more.
On the very last second, Idaho found their defensive groove and locked it down. 35 seconds left on the point for Flint to put and secure all three objectives.
Yeah, Flint setting up. It looks like they're going to walk it straight to high grounds. JPC's getting aggressive. Emre ult comes out. Patrol takes the back line. Navigator gets the other Emre out of his ult. JPC is 1 health. Unreal comes out, gets Ajax. Sigil comes out and gets hindered. That cancels it ult.
Another bolo shot.
Unfortunately, Neat does go down from the Sig due to an extra orb, but that pushes Young Flint all the way back and he got pushed without the tank.
They're not going to be able to touch in time. They did get a lot of distance there on this payload push. So Idaho is going to have a good fight ahead of them if they want to end the series right here and right now.
This is impressive. Going all the way to the end, this is not a full cap, so there's no overtime going to happen in this half. But this is completely winnable for Idaho, and it could just be a complete walk all the way to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's now or nothing for Flint. If they want to keep this series alive and push us to a map 4, they have to have ultimate defensive pressure and lock Idaho down.
Yeah, so in this next half, going from defense to offense, this is going to change what the team comps look like. I think Sig is still going to be on both halves of the field. I am standing corrected. Sigma on our side, that's staying, but they have chose to pick a horse.
Serotonin swapping over to the other brand new support, Mizuki, instead of Jetpack Cat for defense here. They look like they're running a big brawl comp where they want to stick together and just try to hold down all the pressure they can.
You know, I just remembered, Serotonin now has been with Flint for a couple semesters now, because there's been a couple of streams where we talk about Serotonin. So Flint is a repeated competitor against us, standing toe-to-toe. I wish I could keep record of what the win-loss against specific schools is. Note for behind-the-scenes crew. That's me. So
this is a crazy lineup from Idaho, though. A whole lot of brand new. Meat getting to play the Mercy.
Oh, he is just...
I know he's so giddy right now.
Can we get the player cam? He's got to be grinning from just ear to ear. I know his favorite character is Mercy to play. Beautiful hinder. Rissa is able to still walk around. She's getting caught so big.
Magic Turtle's going to be the first to fall from the Tower of Bastion on the side of Flint.
They're trying to play Mercy Pocketed Echo, which might be a little scary. Navigator, I believe this is the first time we've seen him on Widow in match.
I think so. He might have busted it out a week, about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but it was real brief.
What it looks like is it is not going completely cleanly. There's been no Widow picks early in this fight, so I am expecting a swap here after this first fight. Brawler is going to take the high ground, getting picked really low, but the entire team is falling back because of that high ground push. Idaho is just walking him down.
Yeah, able to stick on top of the payload and fight with it.
Forces one, hiding around a corner, getting healed with the Miski hat that hit literally the entire enemy team. Miski ult goes onto the point, stopping Idaho from walking forward for a moment.
ZMOS able to smite out Awesome Sauce.
Turtle makes a check for where his team is, pops the ult, gets 3, gets staggered out of it. Brawler's trying to capitalize off of it, but since it got canceled, there's no way to secure the kill. Widow ult gets popped. Idaho now can see through walls and knows where they all are. Navigator's looking for the pick on the cast.
Oh, but it's kind of hard to find it when there's a horse stampeding right towards you. Magic Turtle and Awesome Sauce finding one apiece, but Awesome Sauce is going to go down off the Orisa ult.
Looks like Brawler's going to get his ult here in just a second. There we go. He drops it, keeps walking. Idaho is pushing him off, and they're getting forward progress.
Yeah, just able to bully them away from the objective. Contested with 3 meters left. A Kitsune Rush comes out for Idaho to give them that speed boost and amp that they needed right here.
That JPC is just sitting right above our team. We gotta look over at him because he is getting so much value. Wow, that did not kill.
Yeah, that was a close high noon. The horse is looking to keep marching on, not ready to drop just yet. Awesome Sauce going to go ahead and drop the ult. Bastion was denied. Magic Turtle finds the cat in the air. Brawler getting the horse taken out now, and Idaho is now 1 point on the board. 4 minutes on the clock.
Good hinder.
Looking to keep the aggression up and chasing them into the back line. That is a 1 HP Kiriko. Brawler's going to go down, but not without taking Kiriko with them.
I don't believe that'll be any stress. They'll have plenty of time for Brawler to come back. And seeing this JPC Orisa front line is kind of scary. JPC can heal up that Orisa just enough to keep her alive, and if Idaho does not split their attention, that Orisa is going to keep getting value.
Yeah, that's true. The horse and the cat are the unstoppable duo right now.
There's got to be a book about that somewhere. The horse and a cat.
Probably.
Another Sigil coming out. It feels like it was just 2 minutes ago that it happened.
Perfectly timed Suzu, though, from Jiao.
Oh, huge rock hits the cast in the backline, forcing a retreat.
All of Flint is low. Awesome Sauce finding the first pick onto ZMOS. Getting the tank off the field as Idaho's looking to keep the aggression up and keep the payload rolling, and this should be a second point capture right here.
Flint is being pushed back so far because they're unable to peek without getting staggered. Horse comes back out of the spawn doors that are literally right there just before the point captured, taking us to our last section of the map. Flint is on their back foot for most of this half. Idaho able to play to all the space they need. On defense, you got to stop one thing. Offense, you just take everything you can get. Kiri with no Suzu having to pocket the Orisa to make sure he doesn't die. Navigator's not missing these darts. His aim explosion darts are landing 100% of the time. Orisa cannot get a chance around it.
So much constant pressure coming in from Idaho, but Flint is not ready to go down without a fight, taking the bodies with them.
Magic Turtle does go down in the fight. This causes a Idaho reset. They've got Curie Rush, Mizuki ults, Pulse Bomb, and Gravitic Flux all going to come into this fight. Flint will also have 4 and a possibility of a GPC ult, which will be interesting to see how they will use it in this half. The Navigator swap over to Emre. Oh, that hinders. Here's the kill.
Oh, and
Surge
ultimate got
2. Wow. Awesome Sauce canceling out the Flint Freya. Flint goes down. This is a team kill.
Everybody
Almost.
but Bambi dropped their ultimate that fight. And now Bambi's going to come back with High Noon, and that is about it for both of these teams.
All Idaho has to do is just play keep away. And they're staggered. I don't believe they're going to be able to get a touch long enough to hold it.
0.1 meters
You can hear the
remain.
Deadeye in the background.
And it's
Nice.
eaten by Magic Turtle.
Ram is coming out into this fight.
Brawler finding 2, and that is game. Idaho takes the set 3-0 over Flint.
Look at them. They're just thrilled.
Fist bumps all around. Congratulations to Idaho.
Flint, too little, too late. The Ram swap is just not soon enough. However, JPC does get play of the game.
Ending Magic Turtle's streak from the series, but that was just insane. Why is Jetpack Cat doing all of this? I love it.
So much speed. You can't even keep up with them.
No, you really can't with that zooming all over the place. But what a series we just got to witness before us today. Idaho's now 3-3. Flint is going to go 2-4. Idaho with the 500 record, looking to keep the win streak up to secure a playoff spot here.
Yeah, if they get next week, and because of this round differential, anybody that's matching up against them that's also 3-3 will probably have to work a little bit harder in the next week match because we'll be up in round differential.
That is true. I believe that is all the time we kind of have for y'all today right here, though. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the set. Hope you enjoyed us. And we're going to kick it on over to our analysts here shortly to get a little bit of post-game action.
Yeah, and make sure, listen and learn. Analyst is speaking.
That's true. Stick around and see what they have to say. But overall, I'm impressed with what we just got to witness. Flint fought every single step of the way that they could, but Idaho just had their number in the end every single time.
I mean, as I like to say at the end of my matches, zero diff. Idaho was pretty much walking for most of it. I think Flint hit their strides once they were able to get us to start spreading out, but we're playing so tight. And on offense, I just don't think we can be beat.
Yeah, it seems so. We'll just got to see how these teams look to adjust as they move forward for the rest of the season. There's 2 games left in the regular season, or maybe only one. No, this is week 5. Yeah, we got two games left, and playoffs will be decided, and we'll be here to see where these teams are going to go.
Yeah, we'll hope to catch all of you guys also tuning in to see where our teams go. I love to see what these guys are doing. So this season, we got to see a little bit more. Or not even this season, this match. We got to see some more players that we don't usually see. Some hero picks from some of our players that aren't too common. You love to see the Echo. Emre definitely deserves a spot as a consistent pick. He is such a strong hero right now. And those nades, free numbers.
Yeah.
If they want their stats to look good, that's the hero you play as DPS.
That's true. And we cannot discredit Meat with the Lucio swap over on Servasa. Did so many incredible things. I know it's been a rough road for him to learn this new character and pick it up, but he's on the right path with him.
Yeah, the coaches are doing an absolutely amazing job to help them learn their specific heroes. I don't think we'll see it this season, but I know Awesome Sauce is looking to pick up a little bit of Lucio. It is a very hard hero to learn. And as you can see with Meat playing it, it is a great way to play. Flint tried using the Kiri and Lucio in the backline, and that was our closest matches.
Oh, yeah.
They had Lucio Kiri backline, so that's just a testament to how good they are as a backline.
It is. I loved seeing the Jetpack Cat come through. I know it's a very controversial character in the game right now, but it's always just so funny seeing a cat fly around and do the crazy things. All right, well, that is all we have for you guys today. I've been Sam or Spirit, joined here by Mega Shark, and we'll catch you all soon, and we're going to kick you over to the analysts. Have a beautiful rest of your nights.
Hello, and welcome to the end of our Overwatch stream. I mean, that was a pretty impressive match. 3 different maps we went into.
Yes.
Yeah.
2,
And
1,
we qualify for the ECAC finals now.
Yes, we're
That
just
was
so
our-
excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited for our team. Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
Just a little recap. I'm Green Rose Gaming. I'm here with.
Hi, I'm Emily.
I'm Serene.
Yeah, lovely to hear. So, what insights specifically were you guys seeing in this match?
You wanna kick
I'll kick it off. Yeah, of course. I really think, of course, Magic Turtle, he needed the help of his supports, but he was doing a phenomenal job. He was
Mhm.
absolutely
Absolutely.
dominating the first map as well as the second map.
Mhm.
He was getting a lot of those kills, which you typically would see like the DPS getting, but he was amazing. Graviton Surge hit was almost like every time. Did it hit every time?
I would say so.
I think it hit
No,
every
I was
time.
I was honestly really surprised with the Zarya pick in the first map because I
Mhm.
don't think I see Magic Turtle running Zarya very often. It's
No.
usually either like Diva or Orisa. So
Mhm.
seeing Zarya and seeing him play Zarya so well, I was like, oh,
It was so
it was
impressive.
beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to watch. And Brawler and Navigator on DPS were just absolutely kicking it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but their supports were working overtime to keep him alive.
Oh, yeah. There were
like
definitely
shouts out to Awesome Sauce and Meat because holy.
There were definitely some times where I was like, ooh, he's going in, especially in that second game as Winston.
Ooh.
He was just going in and hoping
Yeah,
his supports
The
could
Winston
just
swap was
follow him.
surprising,
Oh,
but it
we-
worked.
Go looking
Oh,
at a
okay,
little
okay.
bit of
Some
replays.
This is
Yeah,
from the
I
second
mean,
map.
Yeah, this is from the second map.
Oh, okay, this is when
This is
Awesome
when he
Sauce
was playing
switched to Ana.
Winston.
Yeah, this is when it was interesting to see all the swaps here, but
Mhm.
and I think it did throw them off just a little bit, but they ended up getting their bearings pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
because they had a pretty dive-heavy comp aside from that Ana.
And then let's see, because then Brawler switched to Tracer
Mm-hmm.
and Navigator stayed Cat.
And he used the lovely bean skin.
Yeah, it was really this comp was interesting though because they hop off Zarya, switch to Winston, and then they pull back kind of on the dive characters a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see them go with an Ana instead of someone like a Kiriko or a Bap that could go in
Mhm.
super quick. But the third game, the Bastion worked. It worked for a bit. The Bastion was doing pretty well.
On our team or
On the enemy team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And they started playing Cat, which was kind of surprising.
Yes. It was
I
def-
overheard one of the spectators like, "Oh, they're gonna run the Bastion Cat combo," and they did,
and it was
And
so
they
funny
did.
to see.
but it was not enough to stop our team.
In the second map, that's the one we lost, correct?
No, we won
didn't
all
lose any
three.
of that.
We won all three?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, right, it's best of 5. Sorry,
Yes,
I was
exactly.
in Marvel Rivals mode right now.
It's okay. I'm
Just
always
like,
in League of Legends mode.
But that was great.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great.
Oh, it was. I was really scared during that third game that it was going to be a reverse sweep, and I was like, please, please,
I know,
please
I
don't
was
be a
thinking that. I was
reverse
like,
sweep.
Oh, I was like a little scared for my life. I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh no! But then
No.
it wasn't, which was so nice.
No, I watching them play always gives me goosebumps, especially when they've got like a good mental and they have time to practice together beforehand. Like I'm just watching in awe of my team. I love them so much.
Yeah.
They're so
So
cool.
in that third match, what in the beginning of the match made it so that the Vandals weren't doing as well and what they changed up?
I think that they realized they needed to target Magic Turtle. Because there was a point where almost every single team member like looked at Magic Turtle and all the attention was just on him. And so then once they got rid of Magic Turtle, they were able to start like picking off the supports. Because I mean he does his job as a tank.
Oh, he does a phenomenal job.
Beautiful tank.
And he's also trying to be a tank, and he's trying to position himself when he did realize, oh, I'm being targeted this whole time. He's trying to position himself where the supports are still able to get that line of sight. But the Michigan was just so focused on getting him out of position. He couldn't get heals. He couldn't get this like DPS backup. It was not good.
Yeah, and then I think he switched back to Winston
He
because
was
on
Diva for a bit. Yeah.
He was on Diva, which his Diva is incredible, but I think just wasn't fast enough.
But he started off on Sigma, right?
I think the other team was
Oh,
running
you're right.
Sigma.
The other team was
Other team
running
was running
Sigma.
Sigma. He started on Diva, and then switched to Winston because I just think they needed something a little bit more fast.
Yeah.
Just for that map specifically.
And they love dive.
Mm.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
our Vandals
did
love
see-
dive.
I did see a lot of dive comps.
Yeah, I was shocked that the other team didn't run Winston once because
No.
when we were looking at the other team's like stats and their roster, like they looked like they were gonna run a lot of dive comps and they didn't, and so I was like, I was shocked.
No, which I'm glad. Watching dive on dive, I'm thankful for our casters. That is so hard to talk about because there's just stuff going constantly, and you're like, this Winston's doing this Winston's doing that. It's a mess. Dive is a mess.
I do think another reason why our team was able to dominate so well is because the enemy team definitely kept like splitting up. I think they were trying to like come from all sides to kind of like single them out, but it ended up just not working really well because our team was playing together so well, and they had amazing comms, so they just kind of like when the team tried to split up, they just like kind of like turned around and were like, "Ugh," they outdived. They outdove.
They outdove.
Yeah, they tried.
Expanded.
Yeah, nobody out Tracer's Brawler though. Like I was
No. He had his
Brawler's
lucky bone.
Tracer is
It's okay.
just yeah, he had his lucky bone.
If you were watching the stream, there was a bone right next to a
bone
lemonade,
right next to
and it's his new
Brawler's
lucky
lemonade.
bone. He has to bring
The
it to
lucky
every single game now
yeah, I think we're gonna win the finals because of the lucky bone.
because of the lucky bone. You're hearing it now, guys. I believe every team should get themselves a lucky bone.
A lucky bone.
Yeah.
That just came out of my mouth. Oh, but that will be the end of our wonderful Overwatch match. Congratulations to our Vandals, and thank you to our competitors in Michigan. It was a great match.
Yeah,
and I
thank you,
hope to
guys.
see you guys after spring break.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.